ever look at pine trees and see how tall they are? Man, there's some of these pine trees, I'm just guessing right now, but I look at the height of some of these things, and I bet you them things have been there 100 years. Be like, I bet you that tree has been there for 100 years, because I'm looking up at one of them. No, almost all of them about the same height though, but they're real tall. And, it takes some time to grow tall. It's like human beings, like babies have to go through a growing stage before they get tall and become 6-footers, It just takes time. And some of these trees have probably been around 100 or more years, I bet. Who knows? But it could be. Because, I was looking at this thing about, speaking of trees, I was looking at this thing about, it's called a California redwood. I think that's what it's called. I don't really know what it's called, but I'm thinking it's called, where are you, man? Let me see if I can get myself centered. Okay. But I think it's called a California redwood. It's a big old tree. It's sort of like, if you ever seen Planet of the Apes, right? They had like some big old trees. Hey, that was California too, because they had the Golden Gate Bridge on that one episode I'm thinking of, when the monkeys or the apes' eyes had turned colors, and they had finally gone back out into the wild, and they were in those big old trees. But those California redwoods, I don't know for sure, but I'm just gonna guess. I bet you some money one of those trees are probably 500 years old or 1,000 years old, because it ain't no way you can get that big. I saw like a picture once of a person standing next to him, one of the trees, and they look like a little ant. And I guarantee you, it takes years to get that big and get that solid and get that round. So, what was I had? The redwood. Those suckers take time. It takes time, just relating back to the pine tree. It takes time for them to get that big. Come on. Man. You know what I think? I think when you start getting a little walk in and getting a little exhaustion going, it affects the oxygen to the brain, I bet. You would think you'd be getting more oxygen to the brain, but I'm like, maybe not. I don't know the physics behind walking or the science behind walking, but seems like I'm not thinking as clearly, as I get into a walk, when I get huffing and puffing, blowing is the sun is up now. I said it wasn't hot, but it's enough to get your attention, though. It is warm enough to let you know that, hey man, I'll make you sweat, so this day is doing that to us. But we're going to continue the journey, continue to walk, and hopefully put in enough time to where you'll say, well, you know what, I got the walk in that I needed, and be happy that I didn't quit early or something. You'll be like, man, I'm glad you didn't quit. I needed that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go down the middle of this field. Down the middle. I'm in the middle of a football field right now. And I'm coming right down the middle. And I tell you what, hey man, if you play football, that's a long ways. Like they talk about 100-yard field. Okay, if that was the goal post, hey man, 100 yards is a long ways. It don't look like it, but I'm looking at that from here. I'm like, if I had to run a touchdown from here to there, man, I can see how those people will track you down. and tackle you. Cause you'll be like, man, my legs got a little heavy halfway. I was running and all of a sudden my legs got heavy and I couldn't hardly lift those things.